And Dr. Sebring, if you have gluten issues, what should you be doing beyond just going gluten-free to help you heal and help your immune system bounce back?
Well, I think just about everybody that comes into my practice gets a prescription of 3 things: paleo diet, omega-3 fish oil, and a good probiotic. And so a good probiotic, I use the Pharmax brand. I guess I could say that. I don't know, I just did. But because it's the only one that, at least originally, was the only one that was came from a human being. He got it from a Norwegian woman. And that's what Mom gives us at delivery. They have electron micrographs of it lining the intestinal tract up to 200 cells deep. So I start with that, but in reality, we need a probiotic that has a lot of variety, because the gut should have a lot more variety than we typically have. They're looking at scrapings on the teeth of 30 and 40,000-year-old skeletons, and they're finding that they had a lot greater variety looking at the DNA. So you give a hunter-gatherer a round of antibiotics, and it's typically about 2 years before the gut flora is back to normal, and they're eating a diet that promotes good bacterial growth. We get the antibiotics on a daily basis in the food, so it's very difficult. So I have people rotate or use a variety, even up to 3 different probiotics at the same time, just to try and mimic that or instill a more greater variety in the gut. It's a healthier forest.
Either of the other doctors want to contribute? Is there anything else that you have them do in your practice?
Yeah, absolutely. You got to look at the gut. So the whole health starts in the gut, as Lane was just saying. And so I do a stool test on everybody that walks in the door. If you can only do one thing, it's a stool test. So I'm actually giving a talk tomorrow sort of about the pitfalls of paleo, those that you've done the diet, but you're still having problems. So where else to look? And there'll be obviously other things I'll be talking about, but that's one of the biggest. We've already just discussed that, 400 out of 400 people had infections in the gut. And, we can give them probiotics. We can change the diet. Paleo has you eating a lot of fermented foods. A lot of times that's feeding the bad infections as well. So I really look to heal, get rid of the bad infections, heal the gut. Then you can add in some of the other things to repopulate the gut and use the fermented foods.
Dr. Kalish?
It sounds a little wacko if you say that everybody has parasites, so I don't say that. But even though it's true, it's true, but you can't say that because it makes you sound like a wacko. But the more, how I'd internalize it for the audience would be that the more the paleo diet helped you, the more likely it is that you have at least one digestive tract infection. And I doubt that anyone in this room is infection-free unless you've already been tested and tested and tested. Hopefully we all are. I know, yeah. On the panel we probably all are because we test ourselves and our families. But it's almost unavoidable for a lot of the reasons that we're talking about. As soon as you start eating the American food supply and you get stressed, you're prone for picking up these bugs. And they don't go away just because you changed your diet. As much as the diet may help you, there's a whole other layer of healing that happens when you clear out the infection.